What do we have for Capricorn, please? Of the star, Aquarius energy, right out the gates, Cap. There's somebody in your energy that is trying to trigger you. So you sabotage yourself and this new beginning that you're about to have, Cap. It's as if this person, these people, whatever the situation is, they want to have something to hold over your head so you can't progress forward on your path. You're about to have some sort of major elevation here. There's some sort of miracle that is getting ready to unfold in your life. And this is all a result of your faith, your hope that you've been keeping in regards to whatever this situation is here. For some, it can have to do with family dynamics. For others, it can have to do with your career, an opportunity that you're being presented with. But there's this message that I was also getting for all of you, that there's people in deep regret for the way they treated you. And rather than watch you move forward and step into your power, they would rather keep you ensnared inside of that same energies so they're not having to face the repercussions of holding you back. And I mean, the thinking here is just completely backwards. So, in other words, they don't want to take responsibility for their actions. They'd rather double down and try and stop you from, I just heard, escaping their grasp. I feel like that speaks about romantic relationships that some of you could be dealing with. And what it comes down to, Cap, is that the better you do, the worse these individuals feel about themselves. Very narcissistic energy. See, they want to keep you in a place where you're never able to elevate above them. You always need to be one step beneath them. And I feel that it's gotten to the point where these individuals have set the bar so low that you don't have any wiggle room. There's no room for growth anymore. And the only way that you can start evolving in your life in accordance with what I'm picking up here for you is to detach from these energies and truly step into your power and start carving out your own path. The star is also telling us that you are now at the center of your own universe. And I feel that you're coming from a space where you were quite possibly the supporting character in your own reality, right? See, again, that's a narcissistic tactic. They want you to play a supporting role in your own life, in your own reality. It's always about them. You are always second fiddle to their needs. What do we have at the sacral, please? 9 of Pentacles, Virgo energy at the sacral. There's a really big emphasis here on your stability, your finances. It's as if everything is going to begin to culminate once you finally move on from this energy that I'm picking up for all of you. See, a lot of people think that they need to add things to their life in order to gain something in their life. And most of the time, this isn't the case. It's a matter of you releasing things from your life, getting rid of any unnecessary baggage or energetic drag, so to speak, that may be holding you back from being able to embrace these blessings that are trying to come through for you. And there's very much an energy here, Cap, of it almost feeling like it's from one day to the next. And what I mean by this is you just start to disconnect from individuals. You start to change your environment. You start to mix things up in a way that you haven't before, and you do it in a very ruthless manner. You simply could care less how other people feel about this, and it almost feels like it's overnight that this change starts unfolding in your life. And I can confirm this to be true. I had many things holding me back in life, and it came down to a couple of people, a couple of things, a few behavioral patterns. And I just started to cut these things out of my life ruthlessly, and it was almost overnight. Realistically, I think it was probably over the course of a couple months, my life just completely transformed. But when I look back now, that's truly nothing in comparison to how long I was stuck behind these energies for. And this is the same energy that I'm picking up for you right here, Cap. You're going to look back on this time and it's going to seem like it was in a blink of an eye. It's like you finally find that needle in the haystack, right? Which can be the energy that I'm picking up that's holding you back. It's right underneath your nose, but you almost can't see it, right? And this could speak about people that you deemed very close to you. It's like they are what is holding you back from this new beginning. You all of a sudden detach. You take some much needed time out for yourself and step away from some individuals, whatever it may be for you, and things just start to feel different. You just feel more aligned. And I challenge you to try this out, Cap. If you're unsure, take a break, disconnect from some people for a while and see how you feel. Because usually the energy that is going to hold you back from this new beginning here is going to come down to behavioral patterns, people, addictions. All of the things that you would never think are holding you back from this new beginning are actually the common denominators that have always been there for every single one of your failures or your lack of progress forward. This star next to this Nine of Pentacles is telling us that you are about to reach some sort of goal in your life. It could be financial. It could just be a new opportunity, a business. Take it as it fits, but there's something big here on the horizon for you, Cap. And in the background, we can see this individual. It's like they're shuffling off, right? It's like they're packing it up and shuffling off, as if to say they can't hold you back anymore. Their tactics don't work anymore. You've become too strong, is what I just heard. You're too aligned. You're too connected. You see the truth now. There's some sort of veil that has been ripped down over your reality. You see things in a way that you haven't ever before. You're able to see right through individuals, and you could see very clearly what people's ulterior motives are towards you. What do we have the solar plexus, please? Wow, perfect. Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy at the solar plexus. I feel that there's been a really negative influence around you, Cap. For a lot of you, this is going to be family members. It could even be friends, people that you're quite possibly dating. It's as if the way that these individuals have been living their life is out of alignment with what the divine has in store for you. You just started to realize that the way you were told things were supposed to be simply do not work in this time in history that we're in, right? And, a good example of this is behavioral patterns, teachings that you got from your childhood, from your parents. A lot of you are looking back on these family dynamics and you're starting to see that some of your family members have absolutely no idea what is going on, have absolutely zero clue on how to build wealth, on how to live a well-meaning, balanced life. A lot of these people, if not all of them, Cap, don't have access to this abundant mindset, which is all over this table. Star, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. This is you being given the keys to the kingdom of your particular reality, your life. And again, it goes back to what I was saying surrounding you releasing things. And this is how you get the keys to the kingdom. Right? You start to show discipline in your own life and that you're really hungry for more. You're really hungry for the knowledge on how you actually go about living an abundant life. We all have the choice to live a beautiful, balanced, well-meaning life, but a lot of people just simply aren't willing to put in the work to align with this. And when you hold a kind of black sheep energy that I'm getting from you, Cap, because you are very much taking this path alone, you are going to get zero support. In fact, what you're going to get is resistance. Instead of people just leaving you be on your path, they'll actually try and stop you because it illuminates something very broken inside of them. So rather than supporting you on your path, they think that it would take far less effort to double down and do whatever they can to stop this new beginning from taking place. There's a very supportive energy that I'm getting here from the divine, and that's truly the only support you need now or ever, Cap. I feel that you are manifesting something extraordinary, something very beautiful. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. That's 10 Pentacles right here. There's a lot of wealth, abundance, and prosperity on this table. But the way you access this is by cleansing yourself from all of the energies that have been holding you back. They simply cannot go with you. And what I've also found that it's typically you accepting that truth that allows the door to open for you. Because when you accept the truth surrounding all of these energies that have been holding you back, it has a way of creating a kind of paradigm shift inside your reality. And that's when the universe wants to bless you. The universe wants you to know that whatever your imagination can think up, you can actually bring into your reality. It's time to start dreaming big, Cap, because I feel these dreams are right on the verge of coming true as long as you stay committed to yourself. And it sounds like an interesting thing to say, staying committed to yourself. But when you think about how much other individuals hold you back, situations hold you back, you can see why that's the necessary ingredient for success. And sometimes it takes stepping into the success to truly look back and understand that. Because you have to step outside the fishbowl. You have to have this higher vantage point over your life and your path. Oh, wow. Tower, Mars, Aries, Scorpio energy at the heart. This goes along with everything we're talking about here. This is you breaking away from a kind of false security in your life. There's also this disgrace, this kind of ruin that is being brought to these individuals' lives. And your success is what is triggering this. Now, this could very easily speak about these family dynamics, right? Oh, so it was always you that was holding back Cappy, right? This kind of energy. It's like the spotlight is on these individuals. It's on you, right? Standing in your success, start the foundation, which is all about you being in the spotlight of your life, but it's also on them. I just heard, why would you do that to Capricorn? Why would you put them through that? And this is a form of mental illness, right? Which is what narcissism is. It's kind of mental illness. People want to hold other individuals back so they don't have to face themselves. They think that if they can hold another individual back, then that's a kind of substitute for them having to do the hard work on their path. Just a completely backwards way of thinking. This upheaval is only triggered by you being committed to yourself, Cap. No longer allowing this energy to hold you back from whatever this is. And this is what triggers this tower. I'm also hearing that there's going to be a kind of rebalancing of the scales. So for all the losses that you have taken as a result of this energy that has been creating resistance on your path will now be traded out for success. And these energies will now have to deal with losses in their own life. A lot of these individuals, I feel, were manifesting off of your good energy, off of your back without you even knowing it. There's something surrounding them merely being connected to you that had a way of keeping them out of harm's way. You were a kind of lucky charm and you didn't even know it. In fact, most likely they made you feel the complete opposite, like you were a burden. I'm also hearing that they may have won the battles, Cap, but you are going to win the war. And there's really no better card to indicate that than this tower right at the heart, because this is also telling me that you're gaining enough strength to actually release these energies as well. And, you know, a lot of the time it's the emotional attachment that we have to these individuals. And that's going to speak about family members or exes, right? You need to release these emotions to overcome the obstacles that they've created in your life. You know, when it comes to family members, we'll put up with a lot. We'll run these same karmic cycles over and over again, because we almost feel like it's our responsibility. But there does come a time, Cap, when it is time to finally move on and you find this strength that just comes out of nowhere that you've never had access to before. And that's the divine working in your life, allowing you to harness something that you've never been able to have access to until now. I just heard enough's enough. And I feel that that is very much the tone of the supportive energy, the divine working in your life. Enough's enough. It's time to get Cap out of there. What do we have at the throat, please? Wow. Enough's enough. It's time to get Cap out of there. And what do we get? Knight of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy at the throat. I feel like this Knight of Swords is representing the supportive energy from the divine, but also the action that you are taking in your life to move forward. Knight of Swords is a kind of lifestyle change. It's a very incisive energy, and it's very action-oriented. There just seems to be an energy here where you're taking action on your life, and this is a result of the divine supporting you. It's like the divine wraps a cloak of protection around you and gives you the necessary confidence that you need to be able to make this transition in your life. And it seemingly comes out of nowhere, Cap. It's like one day you're stuck and the next day you're standing in your power, charging forward. It's like you come online, kind of like a flip of a switch, right? Something takes place. Now, an event could unfold that causes you to have an awakening. Somebody says something, somebody does something. There's many different ways this can show up, but there seems to be a point where you just wake up to some kind of truth and you start charging forward. There's definitely an energy of awakening here. And you know, I've said before that when you go through these awakenings, you always feel like you need to catch up to something or that you've been missing out on something. But it happens when it's supposed to happen. Now, you very much can remain inside energies too long. I do believe that. But you know when the divine is working in your life to wake you up and transition you forward. You feel it. And I feel that this is what I'm picking up here for you, Cap. You know that the time is now. What do we have at the third eye, please? Perfect. Ace of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy at the third eye. This Ace of Wands is indicating this new beginning, and it's right there at the third eye, so it's like this filter is being ripped down off of your reality. The rose-colored glasses are being removed. You're starting to see things exactly the way they are. The lie doesn't work on you is what I just heard. You've had this shift in reality, this shift in perception. There's this kind of inspiration that is flooding through in a way that it never has before. You just seem to have access to a certain kind of power and self-confidence now, Cap, that you haven't had before. This is new territory for you. But it's been a long time coming. Even though everything is unfolding in divine order, it was always a part of your path. And this is always mind-blowing. When you've been in a cycle of feeling very stuck and limited, and you finally align and step into your power and purpose, you look back and you're like, yeah, I knew it. I knew there was always something better for me. A lot of you may have felt unseen by the universe, that maybe this wasn't the life cycle where you got to achieve this, that, or the other. Some of you even accepted the reality of your situation. And I feel that it was that sort of attitude where you just accepted the best you could, what you were being offered in those moments, that caused the shift. It's like the universe saying to you, just kidding. No, you are supposed to be this star in the spotlight of your life, Cappy. We just wanted to test your faith, which really speaks about you as a person. No matter how bad it got, Cap, you did keep your faith. You accepted what you were being given in the moment, as horrible as some of it may have been for you. You just did your best with what you were being offered. Where you're going to look back on all those times, and you're going to be mind blown at how far you have come. It's going to feel like a dream. Your past is going to start to feel like a distant memory. It's just going to start getting further and further away from you. It will almost feel like it never even existed, and that you've always been on the new timeline that you're preparing to step into. It's like waking up from a kind of alternate reality into a reality where you are actually on top. What do we have at the crown, please? Unbelievable. 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy again. Page 9, 10. There's a lot of wealth. There's a lot of prosperity on this table, Cap. And whenever I get this 10 of Pentacles, it's like that elderly person back there is you in the future, right? watching you in the here and now step into your power. There's this energy of calibration, everything coming into alignment. There's also this energy here of generational wealth. It's also an energy of you receiving your divine inheritance, right? So the necessary actions were you gaining this confidence in your life to step forward and make a change for the better, which allows you to access this Ace of Wands, which opens the door to your divine inheritance. 10 of Pentacles at the crown. And this is the divine giving this to you, nobody else, Cap. This is you establishing your place in this life cycle. You know, back to what I said about you being made to feel like this was just it, there wasn't really that much more for you out there, right? And you just accepting that, right? Most people who feel that way have something absolutely monumental waiting for them. I'm a strong believer that the more resistance, the more struggle that is placed in your life is a direct indication of what you have access to, because it's typically the opposite. I believe that the more struggle we have to face in our life is also another indication that there's something trying to stop us from being able to access this new beginning and this divine inheritance. And I'm not just saying this, Cap. I've been through this, okay? I went through horrendous struggle in my life, and I got to the point where I accepted the reality of my situation. I surrendered. The universe took everything from me, left me with absolutely nothing, which allowed me to be able to access my blessings, right? I didn't need anything else. I just needed to release things. And on my path, I didn't quite understand that until the universe forcibly started to remove things from my life. Now, looking back, it was just so obvious, so clear to me. That's why I can speak to all of you about how this works. First, the universe will try to get you to release things from your life that aren't serving your highest good so you can truly step on your path and into alignment with your destiny. Now, if you don't actually have enough faith, right, and you're not able to take the necessary actions, and you have a divine calling over your life, the divine is going to bring a tower into your life and rip these things away from you and then build you back up from nothing. And I mean nothing. So I very much understand how this works, Cap. And I've seen this unfold in not only my own life, but other people's lives at different extremes, right? I was an extreme case because I need to be made an example out of. So I was a useful support system for all of you. What do we have at the foundation, please? Oh, there he is. And look who decided to show up to the party, Cappy. The devil, Moloch. And that is Capricorn energy, but shadow Capricorn energy. So remember what I said about individuals trying to bring out the worst in you, trying to bring out your shadow as a means to keep you stuck? And this is speaking about individuals trying to trigger your shadow, trying to do things to keep you stuck so you self-sabotage. Exactly what I said at the beginning of the reading. And here it is, right underneath the star, at the beginning of the second row at that root chakra, that foundational position. So exactly what I said is right on target. See, the way the devil works is very, very sneaky. He needs you to self-sabotage. He needs you to act out so these energies have something to hold over your head. So depending on your situation, Cap, that seems to be a very important message here, because they're reiterating the fact that you need to keep your cool in the face of some sort of devilish energy that is trying to get you to act out of character. It's an energy of self-restriction. The devil using you to hold yourself back, right? This can really speak about our environments as well, the world we live in, all the distraction and toxicity that we see all around us that is constantly trying to engage us. It's as if every single day we are trying to outsmart the devil. The devil has a million ways to access us, but at the end of it all comes down to your reaction. So pay attention to what's trying to trigger you and get away from it as quickly as you can, Cap. The more mindful you are of what I am channeling through for you here right now, the quicker you will advance on your path. Now's not a time to be making new friends or getting into new relationships. We're also preparing to go into another Mercury retrograde at the beginning of next month. What do we have the sacral, please? The Fool. Cameo. And this is that energy of resistance. It's also an energy of taking risks. Now's not a time to be taking risks, Cap. It's an energy here that wants you to be reckless, wants you to be foolish on your path, wants you to react to the tactics they're using against you. I'm also getting a message here for some of you with this Nine of Pentacles stacked with the Fool at the sacral. Be very mindful of your spending right now. Don't spend foolishly. Okay? Now's the time to be moving in a very calculated manner. It's not a time for spontaneity. Okay? Every move you make needs to be the result of a very detailed plan that you have outlined in regards to your movement forward in whatever capacity this is here that I'm picking up. I'm talking sit down, make a list for every hour of the day. It doesn't always have to be like this, but in times like this, it does. And I'm somebody who's become very good at doing this. When I'm trying to achieve things or there's something very important that has come to my attention, I put together a very meticulous plan on how to make it to the other side of whatever it is I'm trying to overcome or achieve. And then once I'm in the clear, I can ease up a little bit. And I think this is a very good practice to get into. Know when to put together that detailed plan. Run your life like you're a kind of drill sergeant right now. This is very effective. And again, this isn't something that you need to do permanently, just when necessary. And you are a Capricorn, so this should be second nature for you, okay? Because this is essentially in your wheelhouse. What do we have, the solar plexus, please? Page of Cups. Stolas. And it's right underneath that Page of Pentacles. So here you are, right? Manifestation in hand. It's an energy of seeking abundance. And then here's this Page of Cups. See their big eyes, right? This is them. This is you. There's this very overly emotional energy that I'm picking up from them. And there seems to be an emphasis on, I mean, obviously it's an owl, so it's not like they have hands, but it really stands out that this energy here, to me, doesn't feel like they're able to do what you're doing here, right? It's like you can reach out and grab a hold of your blessings, but they seem to be restricted. They don't have access to the same things that you do. This person could have really skinny legs and big feet as well, but you know, let's go ahead and keep going. What do we have at the heart, please? Six of Cups, Fornius, Scorpio energy, fruitless labor. Okay, so this energy here wants to keep you stuck in the past, okay? It's also an energy that has been making you feel like all of your expectations for yourself are unrealistic. But they know damn well that you can pull off or that you have what it takes to bring this into your life. Let's just go ahead and say abundance. That's what you are aligning here with. And that's sort of an umbrella energy. There's many things that fall under the umbrella of abundance, but this is very much what you are preparing to access. It's all over this energy. This person cannot stand the idea of you actually succeeding in life and leaving them behind. And see how right here, this snake bat has a planter's peanut for a head, right? There's no identity there. There's no face. It's like this energy wanted you to think that you are a nobody, that you didn't matter, that the universe forgot about you. There's also something I'm getting here surrounding this individual now beginning to realize that where you're going, you will not be sharing anything with them, right? It's like them saying, oh my God, look at Cappy manifesting all of that abundance. Oh, they're definitely not going to share any with me based off of what I put them through. It's like that's all they're thinking about right now. Like, oh, shucks, shouldn't have done this, that, and the other. Maybe I could have quite possibly, gotten a couple of pentacles. That's all they care about. And it's just so interesting that they've been creating this resistance on your path so you can't access this. And then you start aligning so you can access it. And now they're in deep regret because they can't share it with you. Unbelievable. And then we have O'Male, fertility and multiplicity. So Ace of Wands again. So we have it twice here. So further emphasizing this new beginning here for you, Cap. For some of you, it can even speak about a new job, a new project. There's just a lot of inspiration here, and there's a lot of creative strength that you are stepping into. There's also this energy of your struggles coming to an end, Cap. This is all a part of the old timeline. This is not going to be something that you have to worry about anymore. And, if you are coming from a cycle where you were struggling, look, we all are in some capacity, whether it's emotionally, financially, spiritually, everybody is dealing with something. Everybody can improve in some area. But what I'm getting here is whatever you have been struggling with will not be something you struggle with moving forward, okay? This area of your life is being cleaned up and cleared out. And that can really speak about the energy of the resistance, of the struggle. What do we have at the throat, please? Cleaned up and cleared out. And what do we get? The Eight of Wands, the great and exalted God. Grandeur makes one passionate toward God. And the Eight of Wands, Sag energy, is all about movement in these areas of your life where there was resistance, where it felt stuck, where it felt stagnated. It's time for new energy, new experience. We're not here to remain stuck inside the same cycles and live inside of this repeating pattern. That is not the plan that the universe has for us. That's this dark force in the universe that wants to hold us back from evolving, right? You have to understand, Cap, that there's essentially two energies in the universe. There's evolution and de-evolution. God, evolution, the devil, de-evolution. And there's countless things that you can put under each one of those, okay? But in this reality that we live in on Earth, we are surrounded by an energy that wants us to be stuck in a place of de-evolution. And when you think about how the devil wants to destroy God, essentially wants to destroy life, wants to destroy man, it all makes sense. Some of you out there have been stuck inside these cycles for so long that it's all you've ever known. There's a kind of shock that comes with actually beginning to make your way into these new timelines where everything is just going in your favor. And again, Cap, I know all too well how this feels. Every day I pinch myself and thank God that I'm not living in a timeline where every single thing was going against me. I couldn't catch a break, Cap. And that's just not something that is a part of my reality anymore. It does take a little while to get used to the fact that the universe is blessing you as much as they are. There's this kind of post-traumatic stress syndrome. And this is when you begin to understand how truly traumatized you are from the previous cycle that you've managed to move on from, graduate on from. So just be gentle with yourself, be patient with yourself. And slowly but surely that lack mentality, right, which is really what it comes down to. It's an energy of, it's like a poverty mindset. You're so used to things not going your way that you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's going to start dissipating from your life as well, Cap. And I feel like it's going to happen very quickly. Knight of Swords stacked with Eight of Wands. These are two of the fastest moving energies in the tarot, and they're stacked right there at this throat position, okay? So this is really indicating here that once you see it, once you realize it, everything just switches, right? And again, it almost feels like it's from one day to the next. There's something that is just going to change, and it's going to feel like it's overnight, Cap. Overnight, Cap. Night, Cap. Cap, I'm picking up something surrounding your routine before you go to sleep. I want you to meditate on this vision you have for your life, where you see yourself. And I want that to be the last thing that you think about before you close your eyes and go to sleep. This is going to really help prime you to start reprogramming your mind to accept this new beginning. And that sounds wild, right? To accept this new beginning? Well, of course I would accept it. But, Cap, you'd be surprised just how stuck we become inside these cycles. It's almost like the miracle that wants to come into your life. Even though you say to yourself you would accept it, when you're faced with it, sometimes you don't even know how to accept it because you're so traumatized from what you've been through. So again, envision yourself before you go to sleep on this new timeline where this has already unfolded. Start priming yourself for what's coming your way. What do we have at the third eye, please? Four of Swords, Libra energy at the third eye. Ha'el, the god of Trinity, mission, protects against slander and impious people. And see how you're laying on that red lion, right? It's really popping. To me, it's speaking about you really having this strength of mind. It's you having this courage in this pain and adversity. You're able to overcome it now. There's also this energy here that is reiterating what I said about priming your mind, right? It's like an energy, doesn't it look like, well, it's an energy of contemplation. It's like this is you before you go to sleep, envisioning yourself on this new timeline. And it's also an energy that speaks about when you're resting, relaxing, which again speaks on exactly what I said. What do we have at the crown to close this out for Cappy? And I have the star right there on the bottom of the deck again. Vesaria, okay? Star right there. So it's all over this energy. What do we have at the crown to close this out for Cappy, please? There it is. It just fell out. Star, Magician, Three of Wands. We're going to keep going because that's too many cards. I feel like it's like the cards feel excited. They can't wait to jump out of the deck. What do we have at the crown? Ten of Cups. Perfect way to end. Pisces energy. Ha'el. God, master of the universe, divine warrior, confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. And this Ten of Cups is very beautiful because we can see three individuals here. These all represent you. Here's your higher self. Here's you in the here and now. And here's your inner child, right? It's like you're coming into alignment, calibration with all these different versions of yourself as a means to prime yourself and get ready for what's to come. The Ten of Cups, my favorite card in the deck because it really is the general picture of happiness. It's an energy of alignment. It's all about love. It's all about contentment, Cap. And it's right there underneath that Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. At the crown of the reading, there's not much more that you can ask for than that. It's all here. This is a very beautiful spread that is overflowing with abundance and success. And I have nothing further to add. Cap, this is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Cap. Take care.